Sometimes it sucks to be writing and have this dip. Same here, it dips here in the center. I don't have that problem here. This lays flat. Alright, so recently I've been using this notebook, and I'll show you what it is. I've made my own notebooks, my refill inserts, all by hand. And then I made a traveler's notebook style cover for all of them so I can carry them all. And this is what they look like after they've been beat up and used. You see, this is a little over a month in the pocket, in and out of the pocket. This is the one before this one. Now, I've only had this one for a couple of days actually, but today I'm gonna switch to this. This is an accordion notebook, aka concertina, and the reason why I love this is because it extends out. So if I ever have two notes that I want to compare on two different pages, I could just spread them out like this. I could even connect them so I can see them side by side if I wanted to. And today is going to be the first entry for that. The other reason why I'm choosing to go with this notebook instead of the other is that this lays flat. Sometimes it sucks to be writing on this and have this dip here in the center. Same here, it dips here in the center. I don't have that problem here. And you might be thinking, okay, what if you're just at the beginning side of the page? Doesn't that tilt? And isn't there a weird bump? Yes, there is a weird bump, but I can always do this. Look at that. And now it's flat again. And then when I'm done, I just fix it back up. Now you do run the risk that if you have a loose grip, it'll open up on you. But you can always hold it together with a clip like this, and you won't have that issue. But you also have the advantage of being able to make your own as long as you want it to be and as short as you want it to be. Should you want to turn this into a commonplace book, you have the flexibility of making it as long as you want so that you can have more pages to write on, or as short as you want if the subject that you're covering isn't that long. For example, I've been thinking about writing notes on certain films, and I don't think I'll be needing all of this for a film unless I want to cover everything from scripting to cinematography, the soundtrack, directing, acting, and all that stuff. Not really, I don't need all that, but life lessons that I extract from certain movies, I'd like each movie to have its own little booklet maybe. So that's the cool thing. You can make it as long or as short as you want it to be. Or need it to be, rather. Now, I do intend to use this as my daily journal, but it's not limited to just journaling. I'm going to use it as a collage book, as a sketchbook. It's going to be mostly note-taking from YouTube videos that I watch, from podcasts that I listen to, books that I'm reading, films that I'm watching, just a collection of little lessons. I don't script or interstitial journal on here. I do that digitally. Anything that I do with YouTube, I do mostly digital. I don't need that to take space in my handwritten journal. The only thing that I will write on here is if I have an idea, I'll just jot it down really quickly and maybe try to make sense of it. But other than that, everything else is digital. And some of you out there might be a little bit troubled by that, and that's okay, because I'm more of a hybrid journaler, mostly analog, but I do take advantage of the tools that are available to me to make things easier, because that is the goal in the end, is to be better, to grow, to make life easier. This is day one. I'm gonna start it up today, and I will keep you posted in a couple of days so you can see what kind of stuff I put in here and how I'm going to use this, so that should you want to create something like this for yourself, you already know where to go to learn how to make these and to learn how to fill it. Obviously, my way to filling it isn't the official way to fill this, but I'm just going to show you how I do it, and you can be Bruce Lee and take from it what is useful and discard what is not.